Hello guys, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. So today I'm going to be starting a new single player series. It is a 1.17 Skyblock series. This is a Skyblock which is based on a completely void world generation. So the only things that have been generated are the island behind me, the actual end portals themselves, so the end frames, at the strongholds along with silverfish spawners. The Nether is completely void as well. In the end, it will just be the end gateways and the pillars and the actual obsidian platform itself as well as the end gateway, the main end gateway. It's a true skyblock map. So to achieve this void world generation, I'm using a mod called, it's called Skyblock, but it's by JSRel. So it's based on the original Skyblock mod from Skyrising and Deadly MC that they were used on Ilmango's Patreon server. They haven't released a 1.17 version for that yet for Quick Carpet, so I am going to be using this version instead. Now there are a few things that have been modified to allow items to be obtainable in the game, datapacks that are enabled, as well as some carpet rules that are being enabled, and in addition to that I've enabled the auto crafting table rule. That's the same as the one in Quick Carpet, and I want to use that because I want to play around with having auto crafting along with all the farms I'm going to be building. One thing to note about this series is that it's going to be a weekly update sort of series, progress reports rather than sort of a let's play. Occasionally I'll do some let's play sort of things when I'm if I want to show you some tips or just show you the progress of the process of doing a particular thing with a certain farm. I will. There will be more of a later game sort of thing to do, but to begin with, it's going to be a lot more just progress updates and showing you what I've done each week. So like I said, the generation has just this one island in the overworld. All of the dirt that we have available in the world to begin with is just here at the grass. So eventually we'll need to get pickling bartering to get some gravel, so then we can make coarse dirt, and that way we can have a dirt farm. Got the oak tree here, which is the most important thing resource, to be honest, because this is the only source of building blocks, which is the wood. Everything is going to be built out of oak wood until we can get a cobblestone generator, and the way we're going to get the lava bucket is through the wandering trader, but I'll get more into that in just a bit. Of course, we need warp nylium and we need crimson nylium, as we can't get them in the nether because they don't generate there, and then mycelium also doesn't generate. And now I'm going to talk a bit about the rules we have enabled. So I'm going to quickly show you the Skyblock rules. So here they are. So there's quite a few different things that have been enabled to allow things that would be otherwise unattainable be attainable. The first thing is glowberries. So the way we get glowberries is we actually have to kill foxes that spawn with them. To get chorus plants and chorus fruit, we can get it by having them generate from end gateways. To get glow lichen the first time, we need to have a lightning strike a glowstone block with vines attached to it. To get netherwort, we just need to have a goat ram a netherwort block. Budding amethyst, the way we can get budding amethyst is we need to surround lava with calcite and smooth basalt. Diamonds are renewable by having a full stack of coal blocks be compacted down into diamond by a falling anvil. Dragon heads are renewable by having charged creepers kill them, so much like the skeletons and creepers and zombie heads will drop. Hearts of the sea are also renewable by having dolphins give up finding a treasure item for you, so they will just always give you hearts of the sea otherwise. Shulker spawning is enabled by having the shulkers spawn on the obsidian pillars when the ender dragon is re-killed, not when it's first killed, but when it's re-killed. So we're going to kill it a few times to get at least 2 or 3 shulkers, and then we can make a shulker farm. And then the most important one, the extra trades from the wandering trader, such as the lava bucket. In addition to those skyblock rules, we have the carpet mod settings. So we've got the auto crafting table, as I mentioned before, desert shrubs, which is essentially saplings being placed down onto ground in a hot climate such as the desert, and that will then turn them into dead shrubs, so that way we can get dead bushes. And then I have the fog disabled because I just hate the fog in the end of the nether, so that's been turned off. And then sponges are renewable by having guardians get struck by lightning, turning them into elder guardians, and then of course elder guardians drop sponges when you kill them, so that is the renewable source of sponges. One of the goals of this series is to get a double chest of nearly every type of item in the game. The exception to that will be the ender dragon heads. Essentially just build up every type of farm I can think possible, and I'm going to try and go for the super efficient ones because we're here in Skyblock, and we're going to try and take advantage of the fact that there's no blocks generated anywhere, and this will allow us to basically do that. So I'm going to talk a little bit more detail about the wandering trader first. There are some additional trades now. All of the tall flowers are now obtainable via the wandering trader, much like in Bedrock. And then the most important one is the lava bucket. The lava bucket is a bit special in that the price is 16 emeralds rather than 1 emerald, like with most of the trades. This means that I'm going to have to really work hard to get emeralds, and the way we're going to get emeralds I will talk about a bit more in just a minute. The wandering trader won't always spawn with a lava bucket, so hopefully this one does. It does. Excellent. So yeah, so I need to get a bucket, which means I need to get iron, and the only way I can get iron is by killing zombies to begin with. So that is one of the first tasks. But then 16 emeralds, the way we're going to get that is through foxes, and I will explain that in just a minute. Spawn another. See that here I actually haven't got any of those, so this is like the standard sort of trades. But let's kill that. See if we get anything else. Nope, standard. Also standard. Lava buckets is definitely the most expensive one. Yep, nothing there either. Like you can see, like it is quite rare actually. So I was quite lucky with the first one. But yeah, tons of items are going to be obtainable. So one of the important things to try and get is pointed dripstone as well, because that way we can get renewable lava, and that's very, very important because I don't want to keep using the wandering trader just to get lava. Anyway, yeah, you can see it's pretty rare. Oh, what was I, didn't mean to kill that one. But yeah, loads of items are going to be attainable from the wandering trader, and so yeah, sand as well. I need to get sand is very important. I'm going to be using concrete and, well, I'm going to be using gravity block duping because I really like that mechanic. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about the recipes and loot tables enabled by the data pack and which ones I have actually disabled and removed. So the first one is, and the most important one, is the blast furnace. So you see that the recipe that the data pack has is actually completely different. So you've got 5 iron ingots here, you've got some cooked meat, and then you've got prismarine bricks here. Now, I don't want to do it this way. I want to do it the normal way. And if I just quickly disable the data pack, so the original recipe for blast furnace is this, and I will be using this. Now the reason for this is because I feel like the grind is a little bit more worth it, and the way I'm going to change it a little bit so that the grind's not too unbearable is to do with foxes and the emeralds. Now, if you're wondering what the hell am I talking about, and well, for good reason, because I've not explained. Essentially, you need to get gold to make golden apples so that you can cure zombie villagers that you have from a mob farm. And you need to cure zombie villagers because you need villagers. And the only way to obtain gold now in 1.17 is to smelt down gold armor and tools. You get loads of gold armor from the mob farms. So this is the only way to obtain gold in Skyblock to begin with. Of course, the only way you can smelt down these stuff is using a blast furnace, and in this case, this involves getting cobble. In order to get cobble, I need to get a lava bucket, and to get a lava bucket, I need to get emeralds. And so the only other way of getting emeralds is to have foxes spawn naturally with emeralds held in their mouth. Now, I've done it so that the foxes they can do that. They can spawn like that, but when you kill a fox, I've now changed it so that they have a 2.5% chance, which is increased 1% for each looting level. They will now have a chance to just drop an emerald as one of their drops. So the way I'm doing it is I'm going to get 2 foxes to spawn naturally, get them to breed together, and then breed them like you would with any other mob, and then kill them, and hopefully I'll get some emeralds. It's still going to be quite a low chance. That's why I went with 2.5%. I'm going a little bit of a different route to the way that the mod was and the data pack was slightly intended, but I want to do that because I feel like it's going to be more interesting for me. You can get deep slate by getting cobblestone like this, so this is going to be quite a simple thing to do in the auto crafting table. So yeah, if we want to get tough and calcite, we need to put them into the blast furnace. So put andesite into the blast furnace, we get tough, and if we put diorite into the blast furnace, we get calcite. So that's the way we're going to be able to obtain them. Another thing I have disabled is husks actually dropping sand, so they have a chance to drop sand. So if I kill that one, it drops sand, as you can see. If you're wondering how we get ancient debris will be obtainable by getting armorers, toolsmiths, and weaponsmiths to gift it as a part of the Hero of the Village award, and so they will now sometimes gift ancient debris. So that's the way we're going to get ancient debris. Elytra is going to be obtainable by fishing in the end, so there'll be a small chance to get it as a treasure item in the end. Another recipe I have disabled is the red sand recipe, which is this, so getting red dye and combining with sand. I've disabled this again because I'm using the duping mechanic. If you want to get cobwebs, we're going to have to kill spider jockeys. Cocoa beans are going to be obtainable by fishing in jungles, so they're going to be I believe, a junk item. So the horse armors, so if I do armor, see iron horse armor here, for example, that is now craftable, so you just make H shape for any of the types of horse armor you want. We can actually get notch apples renewably now. So the enchanted golden apple, that's going to be part of the cat's gifts looting table. Gilded blackstone is going to be obtainable by pickling bartering, so there'll be a rare chance to get that. The pigstep music disc is going to be obtainable by having creepers get killed by skeletons in the nether, so we can make a music disc farm, but we're going to have to make it in the nether. The snout banner pattern is going to be obtainable by killing zoglins, and the magma cream recipe, which is usually a slime ball and a blaze powder, is disabled. So the only way we're going to be able to get magma creams is making a magma cream farm. That's all of the additional features enabled within the mod. I've already spoken about the foxes, what is what I've enabled, and another thing that that hasn't actually been addressed by the mod is sweet berries. So sweet berries are actually unattainable with everything they've got enabled. So I've changed the zombie drops to have a chance to drop sweet berries now. So not only do you get iron, carrots, or potatoes, you can now also get sweet berries. So this is the way I'm going to be able to get sweet berries, and they'll be one of the food sources to begin with, as well as the thing I need to use to breed up the foxes. So another reason why I've included it. Okay, now that we've gone through the rundown of all the things that enable us to actually play on this world, I'm now going to actually show you what I've got up to so far. So where we are right now is what used to be the original spawning island. So you can probably recognize the mycelium and the nililium here. So I left 3 glass blocks here so that we can grow grass on dirt and do things without having to worry about losing grass. So before we get silk touch, this is needed to stay here, and you're probably wondering why there's a roof here. That's to stop phantom spawn, so putting a block above you, which in this case is just a slab, which is a hard bottom slab, so it's spawn proof. We've got a barrier here so I don't fall off, and we've got the floor here of course as well, because well, you know, you need a floor to actually walk around on. But that was also to stop the losing any dirt when I removed all the dirt here. And then getting down to y equals 0, which is all the way down there. So let's now go check out what we have down here. So here we are down here, and this is the thing, this is basically where everything is. So we've got 2 farms here. Got the tree farm, which is, you know, your standard grow a tree, cut it down farm, and we have the mob farm. Now the mob farm and the tree farm together are the kind of just really important at this stage, and the reason the mob farm is so important is so we can get bone meal and we can get some of the zombie drops. So potatoes, carrots that are only obtainable from zombies, and iron as well. So we need to get iron from the zombies. I think we haven't got any iron left. No, we don't. We've got 5. Need that. I'm saving that for the blast furnace, as you saw from the recipe earlier. Need it for the blast furnace. You can see here they're killing themselves quite a lot right now from entity cramming, and that's because this is a pretty efficient mob farm, even though it's just a pathfinding mob farm. But I'll show you in a minute. Let's sleep. Of course, this bed was obtained by killing spiders to get the wool. This is the storage. I've actually got an organised storage. I went ahead and did that, one of the first things I did. Wood, natural, so that's what we've got, natural. Mob drops, we've got tons and tons and tons and tons of mob drops. Even got slime, because slime can spawn really quickly down at this level, and even ender pearls from all the endermans I've killed as well. But yeah, tons of mob drops. Food, got tons of, and as you can see, got sweet berries, and that was another thing for the zombies, needed them for the sweet berries. But I've got this many sweet berries, not from zombies, but from actually growing them myself. And I've also got some mob drops, which have come from these guys and the passive mob farm that we have all the way over there. Which is why the grass blocks were really important, because I had dirt, all that dirt we had from the main island, come all the way down here, which actually didn't take that long to get it to grow. And once it grew down to here, I was then able to get it over all the way into the distance, about 200, 400 blocks away, because that's where the closest tiger-based biome is, so that we could get fox spawning. And this process took days, actual real life days. It took ages to get the grass blocks over there, because I've got to have it spread on the dirt, and then remove the dirt, and then place another bit of dirt and keep it going. So that's the problems with not having silk touch and limited dirt. It's essentially like old school Minecraft, where before the pre-silk touch days, where the only way you can get grass to get to another area that you want to build is to have it grow that way. Another important thing about this area is that you can see we've got some of these passive mobs. So I've saved some sheep, some pigs, and some chicken, and some cows, so I can then make the basic animal farms once I've actually got the other things I need to do. So these 2 guys are very important. Got these guys early on. The 2 zombie villagers that I first got, put them in the boat, and so I'm going to now keep them until I can actually cure them up. Of course, the way we can cure them up is to get gold, and this is where these 2 chests are important. In here we have all of the golden armor that I've actually obtained from killing mobs, which is quite a lot, and this will get me at least 1 golden apple at the moment. It won't get me 2. I need to kill a few more to be able to get 2, but yeah, get 2 of them, and then can put them into a breeder. That's very important. That's the main thing I'm working towards at the moment. And then I can get an iron farm, and then trading hall, all that sort of thing, all that important stuff. Once I've got the trading hall, I can get armor, and I mean like diamond armor, and get books. So it's very important that I get these guys cured up there, and it's very important that they don't die, which is another reason why I've got the roof on it. Yes, I can just quickly show you the actual mob farm itself. So right now, tons of drops, but yeah, essentially all they do is spawn in here. Trapdoors are here to stop the spiders, and then they'll pathfind to here, because these are 4 blocks here, so they'll just end up pathfinding to it. The farm itself is made out of non-full blocks, so here we've got stairs and slabs, and then here we've got a massive cube of solid blocks, so that's why they keep pathfinding to it. But right now they enter the cramming, so they keep dying, so that's one way to get drops without having to kill them, but you need to kill them manually to get iron and all of the other sort of player-based drops, such as the gold armor. That's based on Ilmango's pathfinding farm, so I'll link that in the description rather than give you a link to a world download of this particular thing because it's not that interesting, and Ilmango's already done it. Another important resource is the infinite water source here, so I need to get 2 water sources, and the way to get that was using cauldrons. Here we go, so the 2 cauldrons that I have are here, and I had them placed out for about 2 days, and it took about 2 days to get 2 water sources, and I mean 2 real life days, not Minecraft days. It would have been really, really nice if it was 2 Minecraft days, but no, it was 2 in real life days. And then once I got the water sources, I then used a bucket and waterlogged these stairs here, and then I've now got an infinite water source. All we need now is a source of lava, so then we can make a cobblestone farm. So that's really it for this particular area, which is essentially the spawn chunk. So if I turn the H and Z on, you can see that the spawn chunks are going to complete in here. So eventually, once I've got a bit further into the end game, all of this is going to be completely removed, and the spawn chunks are going to be basically just be the spawn platform there. I actually am playing on my own server, so I'm not actually on a single player. Well, technically, I'm on a multiplayer server. That way, I have better performance, and also I can run things with bots. So here, I've got 2 bots on. I've got one for the foxes, and I've got one for witch farm. So we'll go to the witch farm first in a minute and show you what I'm doing there. This is the witch farm that I have built. It is a pathfinding witch farm based on Ilmango's pathfinding mob farm. Very simple, and it's not the most efficient, but it's the only thing I can do for now. And you might be wondering what are these purple boxes. So the reason I chose this seed is because this is a quad witch hut seed, and I wanted to make a quad witch hut farm just for the sake of, I've never done it before, and also just for the sake of like complete technical stuff. Use the closest one here, which is very close to the spawn chunks. Because I'm really low down, I've got to go up a ladder to get to the top to get to an area where you can actually get them to spawn and to kill them. And we have the player here who is just picking up the drops as they fall down. So let's quickly just go up and show you. So we should, there we go. So here's a witch, the path finds, and it then falls, and its drops will then get picked up by the bot here. And then when I'm done, I basically get the witch bot to leave the game, respawn it. There we go. Get the witch to look at me, and then do witch drop stack all. That way they give me all the drops. I pick it up, and then I put it into the chest. So redstone goes in there, glowstone goes in here, sugar goes in here, spider eyes go in there, and then sticks go in there, glass balls go in there, and then gunpowder also goes in there, and then yeah, just keep putting it all in there until you run out. It's not the fastest farm, but if you leave it for several hours, you get quite a few drops. So that's why I'm using a bot there. So let's just put the bot back. Right, let's go over to the next area. Now, the second area that I have built is up along here, and this goes to that tiger biome that I mentioned, which is a Tiger Mountains biome where we have the fox passive mob spawning occur. So, got to go that way to get there. In addition to that is a wandering trader platform, and then the actual pen that I have at the moment for all of the foxes. Okay, so this is basically the end of the area. So right there you can see the grass platform, which is what we have for the passive mob spawning. So right now no passive mobs spawn because it's the mob cap's been exceeded by the foxes that are all the way over there. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, the foxes that are all over there, they are filling up the mob cap right now, so we won't get any spawns. But this is the platform. I built this way too large, but it didn't really matter. Once I got exactly to the tiger biome, I didn't want to keep waiting for it to keep spreading, so I just built it here. All of this is in the Tiger Mountains bit. If you look in the corner, my left-hand corner, it says Biome Tiger Mountains. So that's what we have there. Then I've got a bed, and I did have some of the passive mob drops there to begin with, and then you just stand over here, and then you just wait for them to spawn, which takes a very, very long time because passive mob spawning is terrible. Over there is a massive platform. I'm not going to go over it. I'm just going to go into free cam and show you. Basically, this is for the wandering trader. So once I've got the emeralds I need, I'm going to just have myself or a bot stand here and then wait for the wandering trader to spawn. And every time it spawns, check its trades, trade with it, no matter probably no matter what, but hopefully it's the ones I need. So moss blocks, dripstone, and those sort of things. I need those. Like I really need those as well as the lava bucket. So if I'm able to get other sapling types and I have enough emeralds for that, I will. But Otherwise, I'll be just looking out mainly for lava buckets. Over here, finally, is essentially the fox breeding pen bot there just to load it up. And you can also see the sweet berry bush that I have, which is essentially the sweet berry farm I've got. Hopefully they're all grown up now. Yep, they are. So now I'm just going to go ahead and breed up a ton. So once they're grown up, I will start killing a few and be getting emeralds. Okay, so they've all grown up into adults. Now I'm going to actually kill a few of them to get emeralds. Hopefully this works. I'm really sorry. There we go. Yes, yes, it works. Yes, yes. Right, let's check the. Yep. So it's going to be a little bit weirder because of the order I've done this in. They do make a horrible sound when they die, though. That's essentially the first week and a half of this Skyblock world. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider liking it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I shall see you again real soon. Bye bye.